starring Lee Marvin.
On my job, you never know when you're going to get home, if at all. My name is Frank Ballinger, Detective Lieutenant M Squad, a special detail of the Chicago Police. I was all set to knock off when I got a hurry-up call about a man killed in his former wife's apartment. And the call was from Steve Langley, Assistant State's Attorney. I'd worked for him before.
It was a dirty divorce battle. Gifford left town afterwards. He hasn't been around for a year. Tonight, the neighbors heard a crash. There he is.
Somebody sure bashed him in.
Yeah, but the doc says this killed him and no prints on it. Somebody wore gloves.
How did I get roped in on this, Langley? Lieutenant Adler's one of the best men homicide has, and I see that you've got your special investigator playing policeman.
At least I found a dime. Hiya, Frank.
Hi, Van. Make sure you turn that in now, huh? Where's Mrs. Gifford?
We're trying to locate her. She went out at dinner time.
I sent for you, Frank. You see, this case could be a ticklish thing to me personally. The man that Gifford accused of stealing his wife used to be an old law partner of mine.
Malcolm Grove, remember?
Wow.
We broke up over it, and there hasn't been any love lost between us since. And I don't want to give him a chance of pleading personal prejudice now.
Why should he?
Grove's an obvious angle, Frank.
What makes you so sure he chopped Gifford down?
Well, there's nothing clean yet, but it could figure that way. That's why I need your help.
How could it figure that way?
He's in love with Julia Gifford. He hated her husband, said the divorce framed him. And he's got a violent temper.
I see what you mean.
They got a woman outside, Chief. A neighbor.
Excuse me.
You got it all wrapped up, huh? No personal prejudice, I hope.
Yeah, Frank, but I think there's more to it than that. At the time of the divorce trial, Grove said he'd get Gifford.
Well, what took him so long? That was 18 months ago.
Yeah, but that mess didn't help Grove's law business any. I know he's doing all right, but nothing big like before.
Well, what's the matter, Dave? Not happy?
Oh, well, it's this here, Frank. It's an EG, one of those new high-powered vitamins.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put this pencil on her?
No, and I searched the flat. She doesn't have any.
So what?
It was on the floor near the body.
Go on.
Langley uses it. But I picked it up before he arrived. And his office had to get him out of bed to come on over here.
You know, it could be a plant. And these things do get knocked out of people's pockets. What did Langley say?
Well, I haven't brought it up yet. I don't want to get busted for asking the wrong questions.
Maybe you don't have to. We'll see what happens. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Send out on all points for her, will you? She probably went to Grove. If she doesn't know who was here, she may have a pretty good idea.
You putting the finger on Grove, too?
Well, it doesn't look good for either of them.
One of the neighbors saw Julia Gifford running down the stairs about 10 minutes after she heard fighting and the crash. She's the one that phoned the police. She's positive about the time of the crash, 10:30.
She say anything about a man?
No, but he had plenty of time to get away before Julia did.
His call was in the fingerprint lab. We found 3 definite sets of prints. I rushed them down before you came, Frank. They're Julia's and Gifford's.
You said the killer probably wore gloves. That still doesn't let Grove off the hook.
Well, I suppose you won't be happy till I have a talk with your ex-pal. You know where he is?
Yes, we'll go with you. Come on, Van.
We won't need him. This is police business.
Why not?
He's not a police officer.
Don't tell me how to run my office. He goes where I go.
Sorry, Frank.
As I followed Langley's car to Grove's apartment house, I could figure no reason why he hated Grove so deeply. I'd always known the assistant prosecutor to be a reasonable man, always fair and honest. But when two close friends become enemies, bad blood can warp a good man's thinking.
Mr. Grove in?
Yes, sir. Who shall I say is calling?
What time did he come in?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see him go out. Oh, I'm not sure.
Give it some thought.
Well, take it easy. Did you see him come in?
No, he might have come in about 10:30, closer to 11. Or it might have been Mr. Rickard. They look like at the back. The telephone rang, and I went in the...
Thank you. We'll go up. Now, look. Bear down on Grove. He's a smooth character.
Just because you hate him, I don't have to.
Look, Frank, I don't want to have to pull rank on you, but you're under my orders.
Yeah, but the city pays me to see things the way I see them.
Believe me, I'm not trying to pin anything on Grove. This man was my friend, my best friend. But in view of the fact of the attacks he made on me, my reputation, he's not getting away with anything.
At least we understand each other.
And he's got a motive in this case.
He hated Gifford, said he'd get him someday.
He has a motive, and we can prove it, and not before. Let's not forget that, huh?
Okay, Frank, I'm sorry. But Grove is one man I find it hard to be reasonable about.
Well, if that happens to all of us, let's go.
I wasn't there. I haven't been in Julie's apartment in over a year. I know nothing about her husband except what I've heard on the radio.
Could you tell us where you were tonight, Mr. Grove?
Well, believe it or not, I went to a movie. As I said before, I got in about 10:30.
Anybody see you?
The doorman downstairs.
He said he didn't see you.
Well, he's right there in the hall.
He said he couldn't be sure.
You're trying to pin this on me, aren't you, Lanley? But you won't.
Well, then don't give us that about going to a movie.
You know, someday I'm going to bust you wide
Oh,
open, like I should have done a long time ago.
Look, come on, settle
He's a
down.
crook, and someday I'll prove it.
Why, you lie.
Oh, come on, I didn't come here to be a referee. Now, let's get back to Julia Gifford. Did you see her tonight?
No, I didn't.
I hear you walked out on her.
You don't hear so well. We're being married very soon.
Well, why would she be seeing Gifford again? He was at her apartment tonight. Why would she let him in? Are they still friends?
After what he did to her, he probably forced his way in, and I know she didn't kill him. She's not the violent type.
Where would Julia go if she were in trouble?
No, she has dozens of friends.
Look at his hand. He's got cuts on the back of his hand.
Where'd you get those?
I stumbled on a piece of broken pavement and fell.
In that case, the cuts would have been on the palm of your hand.
I fell against the wall and scraped it.
Anybody see it happen?
I don't think so. What about the cut on your hand?
Never noticed that before. I must have hit it against something.
Tom Gifford?
He paid Gifford to frame me.
That lie never got you anywhere before.
All right, now lay off.
Looks like he was going someplace. He was packing up.
Well, I have an appointment in Detroit tomorrow.
Well, you better cancel it and we can check your story.
Don't you think if I did do it that I'd be smart enough to fix up a solid alibi?
Sure, but even a smart man doesn't have an alibi when he does something on impulse, so stick around, huh?
Or do you want to hold him?
Nah. Give a man enough rope.
Hello? Hello, is Julia there? Where is she? I've got to talk to her. It's very important.
I kept well behind Grove, but he didn't seem to care if he was being followed. He never looked back. He acted more like a man out for a stroll. His destination was an all-night diner.
And coffee, please.
Oh, make that two, huh?
So you followed me.
No, let's just say that we were both going in the same direction. You know, I figured you'd take a walk or one of those, vitamin pills.
I don't need them. That's for Lanley and his conscience. That's what I came for.
Well, what else? You know, I could use a fill-in on what happened about 2 years ago.
Oh? Like what?
All I remember is that the governor appointed you to investigate corruption in county offices, and that's about as far as it got.
Well, it could have worked out.
Lanley blocked you.
My old pal. The governor dropped me. You know, he even bought that Gifford divorce frame.
Frame?
You bet I was framed. Through Gifford. His Ellington firm were checking some figures for me, and he got drunk once too often, and I fired him. That's when he went to Lanley.
You know, there's something about a photograph of you and Mrs. Gifford in somebody's apartment.
Well, it's my sister's flat. Judith's a good friend of hers, and the night she came to the apartment is because Gifford had beaten her. My sister wasn't there, but I was. When Judy came in, she was soaked to the skin by the rain, and, well, naturally, I gave her some of Grace's clothing, and she went into the other room to change. That's when Gifford and the photographer broke in.
You know, not doubting your word, Mr. Grove, but you got to admit that could sound pretty thin in court.
Yeah, I suppose it could. But, you know, I hardly knew Judy before the divorce trial. Since then, I've seen a lot of her.
You know, Julia went to your sister's apartment once before when she was in trouble.
She's not there now. I know. I phoned. When is Lanny going to pick me up?
Oh, he's not that big a fool.
I know how his mind works.
You know, he's not going to give you a chance to talk out of school.
Now, what's he talking about?
Judy, don't say anything. He's a police officer.
Can't you even tell me why she showed up here?
Well, we've met here before, but I didn't expect her to come.
Why should you be picked up? You didn't do it. I know you didn't.
You're very positive, Mrs. Gifford. But let me warn you that the police are looking for you.
Well, when I got home, he was there waiting for me. He still had a key.
Judy, don't talk.
I know, but he was drunk. He started to beat me, and I tried to fight back. There was a metal figure, and I couldn't help myself. I just picked it up, and I hit him with it.
A woman couldn't have swung that metal figure hard enough to kill a man. I'm sorry, Mrs. Gifford, but I'll have to take you to the state's attorney.
I'll go with you, Judy. Unless there's some reason why I can't.
If she sticks to that statement, she'll need an attorney. The state's attorney, I took Julia Gifford to her apartment. She told him that she had killed her ex-husband. Then he sent her into the living room while a statement was being prepared for her signature. It was my hunch that she was lying to protect Mal Grove. You know, you should have taken Grove's advice and not made that statement.
I just wanted to get it over with.
You go to prison. You know, I don't think you'd like it there.
Look, I didn't mean to kill him, but I just couldn't stand another one of his beatings.
Talk that way to Lanley, but not to me.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to help you.
Why should you?
Look, you didn't see the body, I did. Mind if I take a look at your hands?
My hands.
You know, Gifford was badly beaten before he was killed with that blow on the head. But, not by hands like that. A man's hands, probably wearing gloves. You didn't have any gloves in your purse tonight.
Well, I lost them.
You told the state's attorney you didn't wear any tonight.
You got my statement. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, just, don't sign it.
Why not?
If you do, Lanley will have to charge you and lock you up. Then you'd be helping the killer. You'd be giving him time, and he needs time desperately.
How many times do I have to tell you Mal didn't do it?
Well, if you take the blame for it, it's not going to help him. You know he's in love with you. And I don't think a jury's going to be too sympathetic to you when they hear your story about self-defense. It was a vicious killing. And once you put yourself on the hook, Lanley can't let you off. Then it all goes to the newspapers, and they start digging up everything. So don't sign that confession.
You're telling me to deny it?
Why do you think Grove killed your husband?
Because he swore that he would.
See what I mean?
Mrs. Gifford. Mr. Langley wants to talk to you again. I think the chief's making a mistake.
How so?
Accepting her statement. He knows she's talking to protect Grove.
He's got something on his mind. He's having a statement typed up for her signature.
The way she insisted, he stuck with what she says. Glad I'm not in his shoes. Me, I get my pension in 3 months.
Pension? At your age?
Well, it's this bad ticker that's doing it for me. Oh, I got a little saved up. The wife and I are moving to Florida. Gonna get me one of those cabin cruisers. Second-hand, of course. I'll fish my fool head off.
Well, save some for me. Where's Grove now?
He went to see if he could drag a judge out of bed to sign a writ. Doesn't want Julia locked up, but he hasn't got a prayer on a murder rap. Hey, where you going?
Oh, I just want to check an angle. The dead man's divorce action had hurt Grove and Julia while it helped Lanley. Now we had a murder with a dozen angles. Had the dead man been blackmailing the state prosecutor? But Grove had the strongest motive. I wanted to look at his apartment, alone.
Since you asked me before, I've been giving it a lot of thought. It was Mr. Rickard I saw go out at 10:30. I didn't see Mr. Grove go out or come in tonight.
You're positive?
I'd swear to it.
You sure that he didn't go up in the past hour?
No, sir. If he went out again, he ain't up there now.
You got a key to his place?
Yeah.
What do you say we go up?
I hope this is okay. You are a cop, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a cop. Don't worry.
Well, the FBI was here once. Upstairs. They searched expert just the way you do. This tenant, he was in forgery or something like that. They found the papers and the ink he used. He was making checks, using the same ink the signers of the checks used. They...
What was that? Hello, Lieutenant Ballinger. I want an ambulance. I knew now that I was close to something. So close somebody wanted me dead. I went back to Julia's to find out who followed me to Grove's apartment.
But don't you understand, Julia? I hope you never regret what you've done, Julia.
I won't.
But don't you see, Julia? It's all wrong. It's absolutely all wrong. I've got to stop you.
Well, maybe it was wrong, the way I went about it, but I wouldn't blame you if you'd done it. You had so much provocation.
You know, I think you mean that. Can't do this to you.
But they can't convict me.
Julia, you must listen to me.
Now, no. Now, listen, I don't want to hear anything, so just don't say it. We'll see this thing through. It won't be easy, but... Well, I can do it.
What's this? Oh, nothing. Just checking on something a little late. Where's Lanley?
Well, he left before I got back. She decided to take my advice and not sign a statement. They're taking her downtown for further questioning.
Did you get the writ you went after to keep her out of jail?
Well, I couldn't locate the judge. He was out of the city, and I couldn't find anybody else I could wake at that hour.
And that is all right with you?
Yes, I'll sign the papers when necessary.
All right, Miss Gifford, let's go now.
I'll get my coat.
All right with you, Julia.
Dave, send somebody else with her. I want you to stick around, huh?
Okay.
Several hours later, after I made a few inquiries and a phone call, I went back to Grove. Adler of Homicide was with me. I had to play my hunch now, or maybe never break the case.
Oh, another search, Lieutenant? Is there enough damage for one night?
You know, registrations say that you own a revolver. Where is it now?
Dresser inside, bottom drawer.
And I was just wondering, do you take any of those, kaboom, high-powered vitamin pills?
Yeah, sometimes. Bedside table, top drawer.
I'll have a look.
You know, Lieutenant, I'd like to make a statement.
Well, say it. You had your chance before. And if I can, this time I'm going to try to prove something on my own.
No gun, Frank. Pills are different brand.
Must be a gun.
Well, that's Lanley and Van Wert. I phoned them to meet us here.
Okay, now.
It's about time you got smart, Frank, and followed through on Grove.
Well, I guess I'm not smart enough yet. I still need a little background, such as, what did you turn up in your office before the divorce, you know?
Not a thing. He's just grabbing for some publicity.
Well, I had a strong smell of bribery and led right to his department.
He's lying. It's about time I sued you for slander. My record's clean, Grove, and I'm not afraid to take you to court to prove it.
Look, Ed, like I tried to tell you before, I had nothing against you or on you. When the governor appointed me to make this investigation, you were my best friend. We were going back into law practice together. As soon as you finished public service.
You said I took bribes.
No, he said the trail led to your office. That's all he ever said. But before he had all his proof, the divorce mess broke and the governor dropped him, and that ended the investigation.
I didn't create the divorce evidence.
No, but somebody did it in a very critical moment. Somebody who didn't want to be pushed off the gravy train. Somebody who'd even killed to keep his own dishonesty quiet.
Are you accusing me, Frank?
Did Gifford know Van Wert?
Well, he checked on Van's bank deposits, and everything was all right.
What's this, Frank?
Oh, nothing. I was just kind of wondering how you could save up enough money on your salary to buy a cabin cruiser. What was that you picked up off the floor?
Oh, Bill. One of my own. I must have dropped it when we were here before.
I'll bet you can't prove it's yours.
But I can. There's a pencil mark on it. A habit of mine marking them.
Well, that's just too bad.
What are you driving at?
We planted that pill here. Dave found it in Julia Gifford's apartment right next to the body. Right where Van dropped it when he killed Gifford.
It couldn't have been Van.
Why not? As your special investigator, he was in a perfect position to take bribes and say that he passed them on to you. Then when Grove got warm, Van hired Gifford to frame the divorce. Gifford went through that money and came back for more. Dave, see if he's got a gun.
That's my gun.
He got it when he was here before. He was going to cover it with my body and then try to plant it on you. Well, Van, I guess you won't be going to Florida. In police work, it isn't always easy to tell the good guys from the bad guys. They don't wear labels or send out signals.
Be sure to tune in again next week for another exciting story from the files of M Squad.